Okay, so I've been looking at reading micrometers, calipers. Today we're going to be looking at reading general scales on other sorts of meters and stuff like that. First of all, to read any sort of scale, read any sort of meter, we first have to... So our first step is to figure out what each of those marks stands for.
1 times.
So if we look at this, between here and here, there's from 10 to 20. So 20 minus 10, that means there's 10 units.
Whoa.
Then we have to count the marks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 marks there. 10 divided by 10 is 1. So that means every mark on that scale is 1 unit. Now I realize that seems kind of silly on that one. You could look at it without having to do that. But we get some of our other scales, it's going to be a little trickier. So this is going to be 30, 35, 36, 37 is what that's going to read, correct? How about this one? A little more complicated. First of all, there's 3 sets of numbers up here. Which one are we going to use?
Bottom one.
Which one are we going to use?
Middle one.
We are on the 16 volt setting here, which is the middle setting, which means we are going to use the middle row. Across there. Now, we need to figure out what 12.6 sounds reasonable. Let's make sure. So we can pick any 2 labeled markings here. We'll do the 12 and the 13 just for the heck of it. So from 12 to 13 is how many volts? 13 minus 12 is 1 volt. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 markings again. 1 volt divided by 10 is 0.1 volts. So on that setting, each marking there is 0.1 volts. You're right, that's 12, 12.5, 12.6 is where that's at. So that's 12.6 volts you're reading. This one's a little different. It's not an even, not a uniform scale. It's what we call a logarithmic scale. It changes as you move up. First of all, we got to see this is on the times 1,000 setting. It's only a single scale. All that means is when we're done, we're going to multiply by 1,000. So this is 7, and this is 10. It looks like, 8 and 9. Really, with these, you can't figure out a per marking. You just have to look at it and make sure you figure out what pattern fits between the labeled marks that you're near. So that is 8. But it's 8 times 1,000, so that would be 8,000 ohms would be that reading. So this one here, there's 2 needles. What's this one read? 27. How about this one? 41. Very good. What's this one read? 1.5 times anything? Times 1, so yes, just 1.5 ohms. This needle? 41. This one? 55. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's a emissions meter for a car. Exhaust analyzer. This one, hydrocarbons, is showing what? Which scale do we read? It is currently set on, so it's right on 250, right? This one, which scale do we read? So it's on, be careful. It looks kind of like a 20 because the needle's covering up the decimal point, but this is 1.5, this is 2.5. It does have to be 2.0. This one, let's get back here. Come on. This one here. 200 here. Okay, and here. Over on the 20. So yes, it does look like a 9. 9 is the one we want. Now there's a 30 scale here on the setting, but there's no 30 scale up here. How would we work that? Just take the 10 scale times 3, right? 30. This one is the same one. We don't need to read it twice. This one. What's this one read?
250. Oh, wait, yeah.
It's still on low, so that is still 250.
Now
This one's on high now, so it's on the 8. Good. I don't feel like reading that one again. Top one's reading what? 31. This one's reading 14. This one, careful, we're on the 8 setting, which means we're now reading the smallest scale. So it's 7 point something. From here to here, from 6 to 7, that's 1 volt, right? 7 minus 6 is 1 volt. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 divisions there. 1 volt divided by 20 is 0.05 volts. So that's actually 7.05 volts. Because each marking is only 0.05 volts. You gotta be careful with those. You gotta make sure you figure out what each marking is worth. This one is on the 24 now, which means we're reading the biggest set of numbers. Here.
Oh, wait, would it be 22 point something?
This is 23 here, right? Let's go for markings. You got 22 to 24. 24 minus 22 is 2 volts. Then there's 10 spots there. 2 volts divided by 10 is 0.2 volts. So, yeah, it's 22.246. So 22.6. You are correct, sir. This one. First of all, using the 26 or the 13? Well, we've already figured out that scale. Yeah, 14 minus 13 is 1 volt by 10, so it's 0.1 volt each. So that's 13.1234. Well, we've already done this same scale a few times. Once you've done it a few times, you shouldn't have to redo it every time, right?
Sure.
If you want to, go ahead. I won't stop you. How about this one? 13.8. Good. This one here is a little bit funny reading. First of all, you'll see right here, there's an arrow here that indicates a direction. This is the positive direction. That arrow is just indicating that this gauge has moved in the positive direction. Down here, there's a small dial. If this needle goes around more than once, this dial tells us how many times it's gone around. Right now, it's between 0 and 1, which means it has not gone around a full turn. This is, if it goes negative, it'll go counterclockwise. This one, that's just the way it's set up. So this is 0.01 millimeters. So what we have here, this is on the 17, right? So it's 0.17 millimeters. So this one, positive or negative?
Positive.
2, and that is, we're going this way, which means you got to read it the other way. So this is 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 81, 2.81. The negative gets to be a little tricky. This one, positive or negative? Negative. Any full turns? No. 2.9. Good. This one, positive or negative? Positive. Full turns. So 1.50, 60, 70. 4. This one. What's different about this one? It is positive. What's different about it? This is thousandths of an inch, not hundredths of a millimeter. So what this down here is, it's not 1 point. This is a 0.1. So 0.1, and then this is thousandths. Bless you. So it's 0.110 inches there. This one.
But there's one full turn. Oh, I see.
Yeah, that was the 0.1 was the full turn.
I see.
So this one's negative. Bless you again.
9.
0.9. Bless you. 50, 60, 70, 8. So 0.978. You okay?
Yep.
All right. This one. Positive. 0. 437. Very good. Inches. And last one.
-0.1.
Negative 0.1. 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got to remember, if this is going negative, you got to read the needle backwards too. I think you guys get the picture, don't you?
Yeah.
Good. On page 209, exercise 4.9. Bless you. 1 through 42 the odds.
Oh, my nose.